when Chris Paul shows up, he's the difference on this unit. They end up in the NBA finals. Hold on and stop talking, Ticket. You told me to shut up, so shut up and listen. Be quiet. All right, so with that being said, all of these other dudes that you're talking about, so the Boston Celtics, for example, with the stacked deck and forming super teams. How did the Boston Celtics get that crew? Jason Tatum in the draft, Jaylen Brown in the draft, Robbie Williams in the draft, Marcus Smart in the draft. That's not a super team. They formed that crew. They went to the NBA Finals last season. That's number one. Rewind the clock back to 21. How did Devin Booker and that Phoenix Suns do? They didn't make the playoffs the year before. How did they get Devin Booker in the draft? How did they get DeAndre Ayton in the draft? The majority of that crew, they got them in the draft, right? They was in the NBA Finals and they. I'm not done. They were in the NBA Finals and they lost, right? So with
why did they go to the finals? Hold on, wait. Stop right there.
Now you get to interrupt. You get to interrupt people.
No. Because he hold on. Because he lied.
Let him finish.
Hold on.
You just did
lied. Hold on. He'll tell a lie. He'll tell a lie that said Devin Booker and them went to He'll tell lies. I get it right context. Devin Booker was winning 17 games before Chris Paul won that unit.
In the NBA Finals the next year.
Chris Paul, nigga.
Next year they was in the NBA Finals.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, that's true.
Chris Paul, nigga. Stop capping, nigga.
Whoa.
I'm not to interrupt you, Ticket. Ron, I would never stop talking to him again.
I just want to make sure that I'm clear. Was Devin Booker not an All-NBA performer the year that they went to the NBA Finals? Yep. Was he not an All-NBA performer that year?
Devin Booker was winning 17 games.
Let him get this off. Ticket, we let you get it off. Let him get it off.
Wait, he did ask him a question, though. He asked him a question.
Chill.
Right.
It was a rhetorical question, Doug.
So again, was Devin Booker not an All-NBA performer the year that they went to the NBA Finals? Was he not 26 a game?
Because of Chris Paul.
Was he not 26 a game before he got with Chris Paul? Was DeAndre Ayton
he won 18 games, nigga?
Was he not 17 and 10 before he got with Chris Paul? Chris Paul
was winning 18 and 25 games.
When Chris Paul got on the crew, he was the difference. But those dudes that were on the crew, to rebut your point, they didn't form super teams. They got them dudes in the draft.
They went and got Chris Paul.
They got Mikal Bridges in the draft. They got Devin Booker in the draft. They got DeAndre Ayton in the draft. So they built this unit. They built this unit around these guys. So the point
so why could they only win 25 games without Chris Paul?
These guys that they got in the draft, they built that unit around. Those guys ended up getting to the finals.
Why? Because last time they only win 25 games without Chris Paul? Why? The same guys you just named won 25 games without CP3. Why?
Right, they did. They won 25 games because they weren't good enough. They weren't good enough. So again, they get Chris Paul, who is now so they get Chris Paul, and he's now the difference in what they're doing. But that team is still close. It wasn't like Chris Paul. It's not like Chris Paul was Shaquille O'Neal. It wasn't like Chris Paul was Matt. It wasn't like he was that. That's not the point. The point that
they won 26 games.
Right. And the next year,
DeAndre Ayton was still getting better. I was like, what, the second year?
Not only
they added Jay Crowder too.
What's the excuses, bro? They won. Hey, hold on, chill. All those guys. They won 26 games. Chris Paul comes and they go to the NBA Finals. That's not close, bro. It was not close before CP3 went there, bro.
When Chris Paul shows up. When Chris Paul shows up, he's the difference on this unit. They end up in the NBA Finals. Hold on and stop talking, Ticket. You told me to shut up, so shut up and listen. Be quiet.
Go ahead, sir.
Now, as I was saying, these guys, they still were in the NBA Finals, just like Jimmy Butler was. They just weren't good enough. So these guys that we praise, it's not like Jimmy Butler's in the NBA Finals every year and we roasting them. When you get to that level, we got to start talking about you like we talk about the other guys. And we talk about the other guys in a good way and in a bad way. So when we talk about Jimmy Butler getting to the NBA Finals, absolutely, that's awesome. But when you get there, you have to perform. Otherwise, you're gonna get talked about.
I'm with you.
Get talked about. So I'm not gonna dismiss what Jimmy Butler did as a player of getting that team to the NBA Finals, which I've said in the past. And I still stand on the logic. I still stand on the logic that team was together for a long time, and that matters. That
hold on.
That stuff matters.
I don't disagree.
Was just the difference on that crew. But when you get to the NBA Finals, you do have to perform at a certain level. And if you don't perform at that level, I'm not going to diminish what you did and get in there. But when you perform at that level, I mean, when you get to that level, you have to perform like a top 5 player.
Agree. Hold on.
Or you're going to be talked about in a different way.
Let me ask you a question. Now, I want everybody to watch this because I'm finna put Chilltown on the grill right now. Watch this, Dub. There's finna be a body in here. So, Chilltown. So, based off of what you've seen right now from Jimmy Butler in the NBA Finals, do you think he's a top 5 player in the NBA?
No, I don't.
Okay, so do you think he's a top 10 player in the NBA?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? When LeBron James lost in 2011 in the NBA Finals and had one of the worst final performances in NBA history, did you take him out of the top 5 because of that finals performance?
No, I didn't.
Okay, then that's what I thought. So now, this is all I'm saying to the people.
What does that have to do with anything?
Hold on.
Get back to that point. What does that have to do with anything?
Hold on, Chill. Chris Paul, before he went to the Phoenix Suns, they were one of the worst teams in the National Basketball Association. With all those dudes you just named, it wasn't close. He went there and they instantly go to the NBA Finals. And the next year, they lose in 7 games. And what did Devin Booker do in the closeout game at home against Dallas? Not a damn thing. Hold on. But did that take him out of people's top 10 in the league? People's top 15? No. They came back this year still praising that dude, even though he got eliminated early.
And I'm not taking Jimmy Butler. I'm not taking Jimmy Butler out of the top 10. Not only am I not taking Jimmy Butler out of the top 10, I'm still talking about it in a good way. But he was not very good in these NBA Finals. He was not very good, but that does not mean that he's not a top 10 player. That does not mean
that's not my point with you, Chilltown. You're right. I'm not fighting you on that. I'm not fighting nobody that's criticizing Jimmy Butler not playing well in the final. I can't get around that. You're right about that. All I'm saying to you is how can we grade him past dudes who have had better rosters, who you call better, who got eliminated early?
Why we keep talking about
capable losing?
That's my question to you. That's my question to you. How can we rank dudes like AD over Jimmy Butler, and AD can't do what Jimmy just did? How can we rank dudes like Dame Dollar over Jimmy Butler, and Dame can't get his team to the playoffs? How can we rank dudes like SGA over Jimmy Butler? He can't get to the playoffs. How can we rate all these other guys over Jimmy, who's in the NBA Finals right now? He lost the finals.
I seen AD lock Jimmy.
Facts.
In that 2020 run, don't act like Jimmy carried the squad. Okay. Did you not see Bam? Did you not see Gordon? Who carried the squad?
Was a side piece until LeBron picked them up. Nigga, shut up.
So let's kill that logic. See now what we turning into.
What was Jimmy?
He talks to me about capping. Okay, number one, he was not a side piece. Not only was he not a side piece, he actually won a playoff series as the man. Jimmy Butler can't say that. Jimmy Butler can't say that.
When he was riding Joel Embiid, he was riding that bum.
Jimmy Butler went to the finals as a man. What you talking about?
Jimmy Butler's team.
Not
only did he beat Jimmy Butler's team, he beat Jimmy Butler's team as the most important player, not the best player, but the most important player on that team. He did that.
So, hold on.
That's a fact. So look at what all he did. So make sure I'm understanding this. No, do this for a second.
So now what you're going to do is
we got a guy on the crew that went to the NBA Finals, and this guy led the team in rebounds, blocks, and points. Led the team in blocks, rebounds, blocks, points, rebounds, and blocks. James ends up winning the Finals MVP. But Anthony Davis, who was also a first-team All-League defender and a first-team All-League performer, was a side piece before he got with James. And they beat Jimmy Butler. It's the player choice break. That them boys don't get it started. The player
swings into the plane and joy away.